Thank you for listening today on Revealing Wholeness, sponsored by Infinity Whole Health. Check out our website at infinityWholeHealth.com, where we are revealing the eternal in each individual, the infinite in the individual. The creativity is made manifest. Limitation is let go. Now, here's your host, Dr. Troy Munson.
Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Troy Munson on Revealing Wholeness. And today is, you know what, I have for me, I guess you'd say my left arm. I have my left arm in with us doing an interview today. And this is one of our staff, Betty, who's been with me how long now?
This year, 2020, will be going on 8 years.
Oh my goodness, 8 years. You know, as a doctor, we need support staff because they're just vital to what we do. We could not do without them what it is that we do. And Betty is in the back of the office. She's in the trenches with me. She's with clients, and she does so much. But before we dig into that, I want to kind of ask some questions. People don't know out there, but where do you come from? What's your background? What do you do? Where were you born?
I thought we weren't going to go there. I'm from Washington State, born and raised, and I have lived in Ording now for about 10 years. Mm-hmm. And
what brought you to Ording, by the way?
My husband got a job here. We moved here from Tacoma and love this little town.
Mm-hmm. So you lived in Tacoma before that?
Yeah, for 10 years.
10 years in Tacoma? Mm-hmm. How come I don't remember that? Okay.
Kind of blotted it out of your head.
Indeed. And so, what were you guys doing in Tacoma?
Again, my husband was working, and so we had a job transfer to Ording. That's how we ended up here.
Is he with the same church even then?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's been working, so then he got his own congregation out here.
Yes.
10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Tell me schooling. Tell me purposeful things in your life or meaningful events in your life.
Well, I have a bachelor's degree in behavioral science.
Whoa, nice.
And I've been seeing chiropractors since I was 9 years old. Mm-hmm. And so putting the interest of people and the interest in health before me, I was really interested in the job opportunity here 8 years ago.
Yeah. And it's kind of a funny little story because I was looking for a back office staff. And I was in a store asking one of the owners that I knew if he knew of anybody that would fit, our office. And your husband happened to be there, and he wasn't friends with him, and nothing. It was kind of like this,
He was totally eavesdropping.
Divine.
Hearing there was a job moment. Opportunity, yeah.
Yeah, that was so cool. Then Betty sends in a resume or says, hey, I want to apply for this, and the rest is history, kind of, so to speak. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. When you first started working in the office, what was some of the aha moments like, oh my gosh, I had no idea?
Watching people heal as fast as they did after getting adjusted was pretty amazing. Watching people walk in the office bent over, like I remember there was an elderly gentleman who could not stand up straight, and he had to kind of fumble through the office and to the back, and I think he had only been adjusted probably 2 or 3 times by you, and after probably about 4 or 5 adjustments, he was like a spring chicken walking through the office, and I was shocked by that because he had been told by multiple doctors, multiple MDs that, you might have to have back surgery, and here's some more medications, and to watch that transition, and this gentleman was probably well into his 70s, and that was amazing to watch because he did not believe that was going to happen at all. I get to see hope from a lot of people that have spent years trying to get medical issues resolved and cured without getting any answers. And they come in here and they listen to you and that their body was designed to heal, and I see hope. And I see a journey of healing, and I see how they move changes, how they talk changes, and I see them being able to walk away from their medications and things that are keeping them sick, and it's really beautiful to witness again and again. It's a huge blessing.
And I do remember that when you were kind of watching all these things happen, that I think it hit you that when you went through some pretty decent health challenges when you were 11, 12, 13, that you kind of pieced it together that chiropractic you thought maybe really kept you alive.
Absolutely, yeah. Having had cancer twice, once when I was 9 and again when I was 13, one of the side effects of the chemo is that you grow really crazy. Like all of a sudden you'll grow a whole inch or 2 inches, and the stress that puts on your spine. And so it just so happened that the MD recommended seeing a chiropractor. So I saw a chiropractor both times I had cancer. So that was about 4 years total.
Yeah.
And that is something I did do different compared to the other kids who had the same cancer and didn't make it.
Leaves one to imagine what would have happened. We'll never know that, but I mean, it's so interesting that you piece that together later. And tell me what you love, and you can even tell me what you don't love about your job. But what do you love about working here? Taking care of people. I know that you do a lot of stuff, and none of us really like the paperwork, but it's a necessary part of what we do. And so it's kind of our language of love, so to speak, that as we take care of people, we do paperwork because that's what we do. We keep track of everything that is going on in their lives. But what kind of brings you back time and time again?
So first of all, the patients are amazing. They become more like family, getting to know them, talking about their pets and their kids and the crazy things that are happening each time they come in is really a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Joking, laughing, bantering with them is great. We just have an amazing group of clients that come in here. Secondly, the staff is fantastic. We're more like a really fun sorority. We have a lot of grace for each other. We challenge each other, and growing together here in the office and personally, we share a lot of that. It's great. And then absolutely, you, Dr. Munson, you make it really easy to work here. And between your knowledge, but also your absolute fun attitude, it makes it an absolute joy to be here, and that's why I'm going on year 8.
I would say the thing that I see most about you, Betty, is that I love how you care about people. I love how you help them own their stuff. You can hug them. You're right there. You're like this mom to them, and they really need that, especially a time when they're hurting, and that's not easy for people, and they can be vulnerable. And I think you have that ability to kind of put people at ease, which I so appreciate. Beyond even that, I love that you have this knowingness, and so you can put yourself in another person's place because you've literally been there. Yeah, you've done it, and sometimes you might think, you need to suck this up, but you're also very caring in your ability to say, I think you need to suck this up and get on and do it, and you can do this. And I love how you communicate health to patients and how they have their wow and aha moments that you tell me about that I think are so special. And they're like, I had no idea that I've been dealing with all these things, and here was the answer all this time. And so I think that's really cool too. So I really, really appreciate you. And plus you crack the whip on me too, which is really nice. You keep me straight. And so we all need that in our lives. So it's good. Anything else you want to share before we close it up?
Well, thank you for the opportunity to speak to listeners, and I really appreciate you. Thank you for what you had to say.
And all of you out there, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Until next time, I'm Dr. Troy Munson on Revealing Wholeness.
Thanks for listening. If you have any questions or comments, you can reach Dr. Munson at 360-893-8586 or email him at chiroman@dr.com. That's chiroman@dr.com. Check out our current workshop schedule on Facebook at Infinity Whole Health.